Hey everyone, welcome back to the Culture Wine Club. This month we're going to be focusing on two brand new wines to the book. The first one is from Brookdale, which we've gone over before with Kiara Scott Farmer and the amazing things she's doing out in Parle. But the new wine that I brought in is her Serendipity Rosé. I am mad at myself for not having brought this in sooner because it's really damn good. And drinking perfectly right now. So I'm stoked to share this with you in the club this month. The other wine is Alinea Carignan. So this is really cool because it's the first ever new producer I've brought on or brought into the culture family. So Alinea is made by an amazing young woman, Natasha Jaka. She was a chef before she became a winemaker. The first time I met her, I kind of felt like I was looking into a mirror, given the fact that I was a chef converted into more of a sommelier. So Alinea means the beginning of a new train of thought. So it's the kind of homage to the change that she decided to make, but has already made such a big splash in South Africa as a result. She is the 2022 that you'll drink. It's only her second vintage made. And she just won this year in 2024 the Rising Star Winemaker of the Year in South Africa. So she's already just killing it there and making great wine, but making a lot of headways as well. So this Carignan is really fun because it's coming from the Brie de Kloof Valley, which is a couple hours, about 3 hours inland from the ocean. So a quite warm area. So you're going to notice a more riper style of wine, but she's doing everything naturally, hands off, and kind of towing that back a little bit. So it's not like an overripe wine by any measure, but you will find it's a riper style than some of the other reds I've shown. So yeah, maybe you can tell me about the 2022 Alinea Carignan from Brie de Kloof.
Cool. Yeah. So it's like what I really loved about the site was that it's planted in the Brie de Kloof at a bit of an altitude, fantastic bush vines, and the grapes were so beautiful and healthy when it came into the cellar. So in terms of winemaking, I literally climbed into an open top fermenter and I just had someone pour in the crates of grapes and I just stomped everything. So it was 100% whole bunch. Which definitely plays a role in terms of like tasting. So yeah, then I basically did like punch downs and pump overs, or punch downs or pump overs twice, 3 times a day. And yeah, then it got pressed and taken to 400-liter French oak barrels for 10 months before bottling. So in terms of a tasting note, it's a really seductive and Moorish wine, very, very elegant. So you definitely pick up like a cherry blossom and violet on the nose, and a lot of crushed berry. So lots of red fruit in the palate. Like sour cherry and pomegranate, and a really lovely fine spice as well. And lovely delicate tannins. It's not too overpowering, and it's got a really crisp, dry, long finish. Yeah.
Cool.
Sort of.
Would you take the Carignan? Would you chill it? Like, would you like it a little bit colder, or would you recommend room temp? And what would you drink it with?
So I would definitely chill it slightly. Definitely with a slight chill on. I find that in South Africa, if we're drinking red wine at room temperature, our room temperature is like so hot here that that it definitely, a couple of degrees cooler, then it definitely is a little bit more aromatic and definitely enhances that sort of elegance in the wine as well. Oh.
Let's jump into the rosé now. So this rosé made by Kiara at Brookdale is done all through what's known as a whole cluster press. And it's what creates the most delicate, elegant style. It's the way Provence rosé is made, Bandol rosé, just that area where you get these really pretty herbal, floral, not super fruit driven, but more like savory style. And the reason for that is that you take the whole cluster grapes, and you press them very, very delicately and very slowly. So you're just breaking that like first couple layers of juice out. That little bit of juice that comes out macerates with the skin slowly as it's being pressed out, which is what gives you that really light kind of pink tinge. So by doing this whole cluster direct press style, Kiara is creating a rosé that's very pretty and delicate and works super well with food. So the rosé is a blend of Syrah, Grenache, and Mourvedre. The Syrah is fermented and aged in all stainless to preserve the kind of like red fruit quality, whereas the Grenache and the Cinsault are both fermented and aged in old neutral 500-liter barrels. So that's about 2 times the size of the typical barrique you'd see in, say, like a Napa or Sonoma winery. And the whole point of that is not to give these like oaky flavors, but to give a controlled, slow oxidation. So the bigger the barrel, the more oxygen it's going to be influenced with the wine. The older it is, it's just about oxidation. And so what happens is the textural component of this wine really shines. So when you drink this, look for these like hibiscus and kind of like red cherry, red strawberry kind of notes. But then beyond that, and I think more interestingly, there's a lot of these like waxy, slightly herbal, definitely salty, but very textural component to the wine. Okay, everyone, thank you so much for being a member of the club and for tuning in. Hope you have a great holiday. Enjoy some great wine with people you love and get a chance to tune out a little bit.